A lot of people have told me I should do a vlog. Aaron, no, a long time ago said vlogging is the way forward. So let's try this vlogging format. So yeah, I felt it's the right time to really release a vlog. I feel the message that I want to portray, I need to get off my chest, and it would be good for clarification for everybody that really follows the InPower movement and has followed it over the last 4 years, or whether you just followed it in the last year since we've moved to the InPower Academy HQ located in Warsaw. So following on from that topic really, so the main premise of this video is to really announce that we are officially moving out of the InPower Academy HQ in Warsaw. And yeah, I mean, the reasoning behind it is basically, in very short, things wasn't really working out, and that wasn't just on the services or the financial side of things, which may come into it, but that's not the real reason why, I believe. For the last few months, I haven't really been happy with the process of, or the service that we've really been delivering here. I feel it takes away from the essence of what InPower Academy started for. The reason it started in a real social mission. For the last 4 or 5 years, I've never really felt, again, when you're running your own thing, you don't really feel like you're going to work, even though you work ridiculous hours. But the social mission's always pushed me through. Our social mission, if you don't know, is to kind of, well, it's to help young people in disadvantaged communities. I mean, that's not the mission statement, of course, that's not the political one that you see on the website, but it is basically to help young people. 250,000 young people is what we want to positively impact the lives of. So 250,000 young people, that's what we want to do, that's what we're pushing. We do that through outreach work, we do that through in-reach mixed martial arts programs, and we work with young people with mental health issues, young adults with mental health issues. That is kind of our premise, and we don't believe that sport should ever have a barrier up. So again, we put our mixed martial arts, which is a pretty specialized sport, and a lot of these young people do see that, do see mixed martial arts and growing up with it, especially with the kind of Mayweather fight coming up. It's big, like mixed martial arts is huge now, there's no denying that. Young people from the communities that we go into don't always get the time, not the time I wouldn't say, they don't always get the chance to practice this sport, whether that be because cost is a barrier, which it is. A lot of gyms do charge in excess over £35 to £40 monthly, they just wouldn't be able to do. Also location, there's not a lot of gyms located within these areas. To the ones that are, I'm not saying that it strictly doesn't happen. To the ones that are, I salute you. The ones that are doing great things for young people, I salute you. Met a lot of you throughout this time. But yeah, so coming back to really the essence of the video. So we are moving out of our Academy HQ, which has been over the year. It's been great, you know, I've met some great people. We've had some people fight on the MMA challenge, which is like a white collar MMA show which raises money for Make-A-Wish Foundation. Great thing, people have improved through that, and I love to see it. That's more mainly with adults. We have a kids program that runs here as well, but the classes that we're doing here are not really different from what we was doing within the communities. Coming into the building, so if we start with what everybody thinks why you move out straight away is the financial side. Financially, it's probably not that viable. We could have made it work financially. I really believe we could have probably ran it as a gym if that was what we really wanted to do, but that comes to me, you know, I don't really have a huge team around me. There's some people that are at the forefront which really help and really do push things for me, like Reese. He's like my assistant coach, or like a vice chairman you could say, and there's people that chip in and do admin work and stuff for me, but mainly it was me. So a lot of my energy and effort was going into running this place and just running it as a gym and trying to, I guess, make a profit just having this as a gym. So we was doing martial arts classes twice a week, boxing, things that we enjoy doing, right? But the school stuff that we had took a noticeable drop off. The schools that we were in, the numbers have lowered. Again, we try to push our social mission. We do get in work with PRUs, which are pupil referral units, alternative provision, stuff like that. We work with those hard to reach children. That dropped off since we've been here the last year. Our community outreach stuff dropped off in a big way. West Midlands Police did commission us some work to do, which we went back in and done, but still, from what we was doing the last 3 years, the numbers, the impact we've had, I should say, within the community has dropped off. as well. So that again isn't a great point. And yeah, so coming back to this now, a lot of energy and time was put into this place. And I love this building. I'm here right now. We're out in a few days. I'm out in 5 days. Monday we come out. This probably get released on a Friday, so it'll be the Monday we come out. And I do like this place. It's got everything that you want. But when we moved to Warsaw, originally the plan wasn't to run a gym. Again, the real goal was alternative education. Like, I don't mind telling you like that, and it is still the goal. You know, we took a slight setback for different reasons. We went for the tender, didn't get it for whatever reasons I'm not going to get into on this video. But so when we didn't get that, it's kind of like, okay, if we want this to work for the next 3-4 years, it has to run as a gym. And again, we're still in the developing stage of the company. It's been growing year by year, but I don't have the resources really to bring in a team of gym people just to run this as a gym. And again, even if it was running as a gym, that's not what our core focus is. And that gets into people's core focus. I feel like sometimes you can start something and then you can get lost, especially entrepreneurs. You can get lost in this world of having so much visions and so much things going on. You get lost from what you're really driving for and what you really, really want to go for. David Heiner, one of my mentors, great speaker. I'll put a link to him as well. Some of his videos on goal setting. It's great. Something I get into as well. He said, okay, he spoke a bit about the building. Don't think it's not that he supports everything I do. He just kind of questions why. And it's good to have people there that would challenge you to do that. And he said, okay, some of the work that we was getting was just for general fitness kind of sessions. It wasn't a real well-being element to it. And he said, okay, so they offer you this, fair enough, the money might be decent, but you have to realize that your company isn't about fitness. There's a lot of companies out there that do focus on fitness, especially in schools. Your company is about way more than that. So if they just want someone for general fitness, sometimes you got to look at them and just turn it down, even if the money's good. Which again has been hard because I've been trying to bring in the money for this place and kind of coincide. So we've probably taken things on that we wouldn't really usually take on, and it's just been kind of a spiral. And the things that we do take on, I have felt if I've been delivering or someone else has been delivering, it hasn't been in place like how it was before. You know, the systems, the structures. I mean, I give 100% in every session that I give. If you've ever been to one of the InPower sessions which I've delivered or someone else has delivered, I hope the energy is always there and you feel like we're doing our best. But within the last year or so, probably within the last 6 months, I'm not even going to say a year, probably within the last 6 months, I feel there's been a drop off. My head has just been elsewhere sometimes. I've been in sessions and I'm thinking about, okay, this is what I've got to do later. I've got to rush over there, and rush here, and rush there. So my head's been kind of back and forth. And a big part of that is not focusing on our initial core. It will make you unhappy. You know, you've got a core focus in life. We've got a core focus within our business to help young people. So when predominantly 70% of what we're doing here is working with adults, which is great. I'm not saying that's bad, which is great, but it's not at the core and it's not what the business does. And I feel because of that, the business has took a slight dip. So again, this brings us to, I said I was going to mention about the goals very quickly. So I'll do a lot more vlogs and stuff on this, but goals. So I looked at my goal sheet. It's in a pyramid format with the hardest ones at the bottom, and you work your way up. Now I did this 4 years ago. If I've got a copy, I'll try and post it up. I did this 4 years ago, and I'm still working through the triangles and the different goals that I set. Nowhere in those goals did I ever put that I wanted to run a fitness gym. Like I've never had the real intention of running a fitness gym. If it was going to happen, it would maybe happen a bit more organically. Even moving into this building, I could have said, oh yeah, but you tried to run a fitness gym. No, I never came here to run a gym. Like we can do sessions at the university, different places, which we will carry on, but the real goal and the real focus has to be on our initial mission, which is helping people from different communities kind of get uplifted and empowered by InPower, of course. So obviously coming away from my goals, this was never one of my goals, and I feel like when the path you're going isn't aligning with your goals, you're on kind of a pathway to destruction. And as I said, the last few months have been pretty hard for me, to a point I have been on unhappy sometimes. Coming in here, not maybe for classes, but sometimes I'll come here in the morning or in the afternoon and not really have a real focus for the day. And that's something I've always been very, very diligent with, is setting tasks every day and killing it. I use any do the app and just go through them. But I'd have this, I'd wake up, I'd think, okay, how can we bring in money towards the gym? This is the gym, come into the gym. And it's constantly like that. I think trying too hard rather than let things kind of happen and really align, I guess, with the universe, you could call it, as I have done in the past 4 years. So that dropped off. Reading, I'm a huge reader. There's a book there, Narconomics, oversubscribed. Haven't really read. I read Think and Grow Rich, the Black edition this year, which is a great book, which I'm going to reread just to get my mind back on track. Again, I'll post a link up for you that do care. But yeah, so have been unhappy. It just hasn't been what I have wanted, for various different reasons, which I hope I've kind of covered in this video. And you know, it's not easy, because I feel there is a lot of young people that I liaise with, and they probably look up to me. I'm not saying they all do, and they probably see where I am, and they're like, wow, Daryl's doing that. He's 26 years old and he can run a gym. I can do it as well. Especially in the area we do a lot of work, which is like the WV10 area. I mean, I'm a kid, grew up in Park Village and lived in Springfield, so it's not like I came from the top and I'm staying at the top running gyms and stuff like that. No, we came from, it was a bad area, you know, it was a bad area at the time. Again, I'm not really going to get into all that, but I hope I can be a positive role model for a lot of these young people. And the coaches I bring in, I hope we're all positive role models, because there's a lot of negative role models. They can look up to somebody like me and think, okay, Daryl can do that, why can't I do it too? Let's just follow that path. Now, one of the, I guess, the downsides to coming away is people's perceptions of, okay, Daryl's moving away from the gym, he must be failing. But that's never it, or he's giving up, or whatever. Now, I don't want any of the young people to think that. This is one of the reasons I did this vlog. I know a lot of the young people will be checking my vlog. I've got a lot of them on Snap and Instagram that I've worked with in the past. So, and this is a great medium to get really through to them. No, I haven't failed. No, InPower is not giving up. If anything, you'll see a lot more, I promise with you. We'll bounce back within 2 months. Within the next 6 months, you'll see a lot more progress and a lot more interaction within the communities and on social media, etc., etc. So yeah, again, one of the hardest things was really thinking about the young people, and a lot of them looking up to me and what I've done, and then thinking, okay, he tried it, but you know, he's probably going to be in a bad position. Now, I'm not really in a bad position. I was in a bad position when I had the gym. So sometimes you could have something and be seemingly successful but be unhappy. So yeah, so this is just a message very quickly to all the young people watching. InPower carries on, and setbacks we'll all face in life. This is, in a way, it is a big setback, you know, it's a huge setback to a certain point on a financial side, just because of the money I put into this, developing the office, refurbishing it, flooring, mats, gym. You saw all the stuff we had. Now we've got pretty much, some of it we can keep or get rid of. So it's a setback to that point, but again, I forget his name, but he said a setback is just a setup for a comeback. So that's what it is. InPower is basically kind of, there's all, yes, the stuff running, but we're gonna come back to our core. So imagine we've got there with the gym, we need to come back and reset and really rebuild, like rebuilding Rome. That's something I've always said. Maybe it was building Rome, now we're gonna rebuild Rome. So I haven't saw this whole thing as a failure as such. I see it as a setback, yes, but the show goes on. And the show does go on because there's a lot more that I can give, and in a year's time, hopefully I've done a few more vlogs, hopefully this was a one-off, then I can sit here and say, look, we moved away, it was one of the best things we did, because now, all these goals have been reached, and that's where I do see us going. So yeah, first vlog, it was deep, have no idea how long it is. I don't really want to edit it, I want to put it out as it is. In the future, I'll probably make them shorter and edit it, but important message to all the people that have supported us over the last year. Thank you. Dan, Hot Chocolate, Robert, came to the opening day. Thank you. Believe the show does go on, brother. Adam Chambers of Warsaw FC, thank you for coming down. everybody that arranged it, everybody that came down to the opening evening, everybody that's had anything to do with InPower, thank you. Don't think it's the end. Anybody that wants to reach out to me about training, different classes that we've got going on in different places, please do. But yeah, I like this vlog thing. I'm going to keep it up. We've got a lot of goals that we need to hit. We're in the transitioning stage, obviously moving away from something so something beautiful and new can start. So I think I've covered everything that I really want to cover. I don't want to make this extremely long, but in short, yes, we are moving out of InPower Academy in Warsaw. Expect a lot more things from us within the Black country, and expect a lot more vlogs out of me, people. So thank you for your time. If you've watched this, like it. I'm going to do a lot more on the YouTube stuff, and as I said, man, the show goes